Welcome back to my Philadelphia Eagles rebuild in the CFM League with fellow YouTuber Headstrong. If you guys don't know who he is, his YouTube link will be down in the description below. The last episode was relatively disappointing in the sense that we did not make the playoffs, but the team is actually not too bad right now. The offense is way better than the defense. 88 overall, 93 offense, 83 defense. Now, based on the comments of the last video, you guys think I should start Kyler Murray, but I do have to, part ways with Carson Wentz. I feel really badly about this. I really like Carson Wentz, but it's time to release him. He is off the team. We freed up some cap room. We also have a really solid backup quarterback. Maybe we can try to trade Kyler Murray at the end of this season. Auden Tate is another player I don't really want on the team anymore, but cutting him doesn't really free up all that much money. I'll just keep him at the number 4 option. But the offense is finally going to have Antoine Linder starting. It's been a little while since we selected him, but he does have X Factor. He's had X Factor the entire time. I think I'm going to go ahead and sign a backup running back to help out Linder, though. Jalen Reagor is still a dominant number 1 receiver. Tyreek Hill is a number 2 receiver on this team. For another couple seasons, we have him. The offensive line is going to need to be replaced soon. I feel like I've said that the past, 4 videos, though. Darren Waller is definitely going to have to be replaced soon. I think I have to go ahead and sign a backup tight end, though. On the defense, we were able to land Stamper. He has hidden development trait. Looks like a really solid defensive end. Derek Barnett moved to defensive tackle, and then we have Tarrant starting at defensive tackle number 2. I don't know how well he's going to play, but we'll have to, make it work. We also have Gaines, who's a rookie, starting at the number 3 cornerback position, and then the rest of the defense is pretty much the same. So the team is definitely not bad. I wouldn't be surprised if they made the playoffs, but I will see you guys at the end of the season. So very sadly, this team did not end up making the playoffs. I don't exactly know why. I'm guessing maybe the running back didn't have a good season, but we finished 7-9, 11-5 for the Giants, 8-8 for the Cowboys, 3-13 for the Redskins. But really quickly before I get into the stats, I didn't get a chance to point this out before because I didn't know this until right now, but I think this is going to be the finale of this series. So I'm pretty certain what Lane and I decided on is that this video is going to be 2 seasons. And then we're going to finish it off. Because Madden 21 is right around the corner. We're not going to keep this one going too much longer. But anyway, Kyler Murray, 4,200 yards, 37 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. He had a really solid season. Okay, so it certainly was not his fault for the poor record. But the running back, Antoine Linder, 917 yards, 3 touchdowns. Kyler Murray got more rushing touchdowns than he did. Maybe Linder can develop into this next season, though. Tyreek Hill had a phenomenal season, 1,300 yards, 12 touchdowns. Jalen Reagor, 871 yards, 5 touchdowns. Gary Karstens gets 9 touchdowns, not a bad year from him. The offensive line is tremendous, exactly what I want to see there. Landon Allen actually leads our team in tackles. We have 12 tackles for loss for Tristan Hill, 11 for Derek Barnett, 10 for Sam Hubbard. I don't exactly remember if I mentioned this, but I signed Tristan Hill in free agency. 9.5 sacks for Stephon Stamper, 4.5 for Derek Barnett, Sam Hubbard, and Davion Taylor. We have 3 picks for Nick Lawrence, the superstar strong safety, 2 picks for Davion Taylor, Sidney Jones, and Avonte Maddox, 1 for Corey Burr, and Richie McClellan. We have 1 defensive touchdown, we have 2 safeties, and a blocked kick. We are 17th in the NFL on offense. Defensively is 18th. All right, well, also I should point this out. The face cam might look a little bit different. Also, Jalen Hurts wins MVP is a 99, you know how it goes. But the face cam probably looks a bit different because I'm actually recording this in a different way. I'm trying to use OBS to record this video. We're gonna see how that goes. I don't know how much better or worse it's gonna look. I'll have to consider that when I'm editing. But Kyler Murray is actually at number 2. That's pretty dope. NFC Offensive Player of the Year goes to Kyler Murray. So I think I'm actually gonna stick with Kyler Murray. He played really well. We're just gonna have that backup, who's very cheap and still good, but we're gonna have him, I guess, just be the backup for this next season. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Conrad Cartwright. What a name. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Stephon Stamper. Okay, the defensive end we drafted. We also have Greg Gaines here at number 9, but Stamper was an outside linebacker. I moved him down to D-end. Let me go ahead and check out what his development trait is. Also, this team's a 90. We have a 95 offense, which is very painful because this team didn't play well. Antoine Linder's up to an 83. I'm going to keep him for this next season. We're going to see how he progresses. But let's check out the development trait of this defensive end. Sadly, he only has star, but he's a pretty good player. He's up to an 82. He won Defensive Rookie of the Year, so maybe he can go up in development trait. That would be massive. But I will see you guys after the Super Bowl. Okay, so now we are at the point directly after the Super Bowl, after Super Bowl 59. And the Packers are going to win that one, 36-31 over the Ravens. Let's check out who went up in development trait, if anyone at all. So Kyler Murray had a pretty good season, but was not good enough to go up in development trait. Tyreek Hill actually went up to superstar. which is quite nice to see. Also, Brandon Brooks retired at right guard. Okay, we do need a new tight end. Darren Waller's down to a 79 overall. On the defensive side then, I don't believe anyone here is up in development trait, but that's okay. We definitely still have some holes in this side of the ball. We have 2 really good linebackers still, though. This guy is star. Howard Haskins. Okay. Stamper is going to be up to an 83 overall. He's definitely not too bad. Derek Barnett is regressing a little bit. He's down to an 84. We need to replace him, hopefully. I would like a new corner. I would like a new safety of some sort. I just don't think it's going to be possible to get all these positions because it's pretty difficult to sign free agents in this franchise, but we'll make it work. So Quentin Nelson I want back on the team. Corey Burr I want back on the team. Sidney Jones probably for this next season since we're only going one more. Antoine Linder I'll bring back to the team as well. A lot of these guys I feel like I can let go of though. But let's start out on the top here with Quentin Nelson. We have $100 million in cap space. We have a ton of money to bring him in. Not just him. We have a ton of money to bring all these guys in. I'm giving him a 4-year contract extension. Corey Burr has been really good this whole time. I called him Cody Burr so many different times, but it's okay. He's been very good for us, but he's actually going to test out free agency. I'm not going to let that happen. I'm just going to franchise tag him for this next season. Now we just have to make sure we can bring back everybody else. Sidney Jones on 1 year. Definitely not a bad contract. I'll see if he wants this. He wants to test out free agency, and I can't really do anything about that because we already franchise tagged a player. Okay, Auden Tate I do not need. Antoine Linder I will give a contract to, but I might still go after a running back if there's a really good one in free agency. Maybe we can go ahead and just get a massive upgrade there. He's coming back to the team though, so at least we do have one running back. Avonte Maddox I feel like I can replace. Landon Allen, I don't know if I can actually replace him. He's not too bad. I'll give him this base contract if he'd like it. Yeah, he's coming back to the team for another 3 years, even though we're not going that long. That's fine. I'll get another kicker at some point. Jake Elliott is a bit expensive for a kicker, to be honest. I'd rather save some money. Davion Taylor I don't think we need. We can definitely replace him. Let's go to the top of the list now. A couple of these guys we did just sign in free agency. So Rashad Penny I don't really want. Oliver Kraft isn't too bad, but I can definitely get a backup tight end. Tristan Hill I don't really want either. I think this is the punter we drafted. I feel like this is the one dude we drafted. I could be wrong. I'll give him this contract if he wants it, though, for one more season. Okay, he's coming back to the team for this next year. I'll take that for sure. I think these are all the players I'm going to go after, though, and I'll see you guys in free agency. Okay, so now we are back here in free agency. We have $73.45 million to go ahead and spend. Let's check out who the top free agent is. It is DeForest Buckner. Khalil Mack is available at defensive tackle. I'm very tempted to go after him and actually move him to D-end. I think I'm going to give him a pretty small contract. If we can get him for a season, I'll be really happy with that because Khalil Mack is a really good player still. Even being this old, I'll still take him. Keenan Allen's available. I don't need Keenan Allen. Johnny Hecker is up to an 88. Okay, so a lot of these guys are very old at the moment. Justin Reed is actually a pretty solid looking player. I'll give him a contract. I'm going to bump this up a little bit more because he's actually pretty solid for this final season. I'm not exactly sure if everybody knows we're only going one more season, but we'll see what happens, I guess. Raekwon Davis could be a player I go after. I need some kind of defensive tackle. Carson Wentz is available. Of course, nobody's going to go after him. Kevin Byard is here. I do need a cornerback. And Sidney Jones is actually the top cornerback. I'm going to go after this dude who's an X Factor. See if we can get him on the team. Gordon Nichols. I'll give him that base contract. I'm going to go after a lot of players. I'm going to spend a good bit of money because why not? I want to make sure this team is as good as possible. Maybe we can make the playoffs. It also seems like the running backs are pretty poor at the moment, so I guess we're going to have to rock with Antoine Linder for another season. But I actually don't think that's that bad. But I'm pretty good with the players I went after. I'm kind of comfortable with all these guys. I went after a lot of players. I pretty much just gave like the base contract to most of these guys, so I'll let you know who we were able to get. Okay, so we're just about to simulate to the draft very shortly, but I just wanted to let you guys know that we were able to get Grady Jarrett, Will Dissly, Sidney Jones, Justin Reed, I forgot your first name, Luther Samuel, David DeCastro. We did not get DeForest Buckner, and we did not get Gordon Nichols. But honestly, that is okay, because we fortified the defense a ton. The offense is still solid. We have a pretty solid replacement here, at least. For Brandon Brooks. David DeCastro is definitely a good player. I think we have a better offense heading into this next season, and then the defense certainly got a lot better. Samuel's probably going to play right outside linebacker. We did not get Khalil Mack. I'll have to go ahead and look at that in a second, but at least we got back Sidney Jones. Justin Reed is a good upgrade at free safety. Let me go ahead and check out Khalil Mack. Let's just see if I can give him a contract really quickly. We still have $30 million, so this is actually not that bad. So the Falcons are going after Khalil Mack. I'm going to give him a stronger offer here. 145 points. That is a ton of points. I don't want to give him that much, but honestly, I'm okay. Well, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean just to completely screw over the Falcons like that. But we got Khalil Mack. I actually feel really badly for that owner. That was just perfect timing for me. All right, well, my apologies. I think that's Nathan P. Well, we got Khalil Mack on the team. I wanted to go after him to get an elite edge rusher. That's where he's going to play for us for sure. Probably instead of Sam Hubbard. I think I'm going to start Khalil Mack here at left end for this final season. That was incredible timing. I can't believe that just happened. But Khalil Mack, 89 overall left end. I think he's going to go off for us in this last season. I'm excited to have him over there. Also, Luther Samuel has 3 experience points. Very young player. He's going to be a fine right outside linebacker. Okay, I think this team's actually looking pretty scary entering this next season. All we really need is another cornerback. Then I'm really comfortable with where the defense is, and I really don't think I need anything specifically on the offense. I wouldn't mind like drafting some offensive linemen, but they probably won't start anyway. And I'm looking for a backup running back. Honestly, that is all I think this team needs right now. I might go and try to snag a backup running back here in free agency if I can. Just to give a really small contract to somebody. There's probably some decent guy here. Yeah, right here. Mike Millard looks pretty good. Kenton Banks as superstar development. I'll go after Banks just because of the development trait. So we have the 12th pick here in the first round, and I think I'm going to use it on this safety. I really don't think he'd be there in the second round. It's very unlikely. And the only position I'm looking for is corner. The best cornerback in the class was selected earlier. The best free safety in the class was also selected earlier. I don't think this guy's going to be all that good. This will probably be a reach, but I really don't think I need anything else. So welcome to the team, Cecil Wise. 72 overall, and he only has normal development. That is such a pain. Okay, well, I was going to try to slide him down to cornerback. If he had hidden development, I certainly would have, but it's okay. He's going to be the backup strong safety. I could have went with some kind of offensive lineman because there are a couple good offensive linemen here in the class, but I just didn't really think I needed one. All right, so we are now here in the second round, and both of the players I was going to select are taken. One of them was a middle linebacker. The other one was a running back. So I think instead I'm just going to take a guard of some sort. And I think Andrew Binns is the best guard available, so welcome to the team. 71 with normal. This draft class is not very good. Okay, I'll probably end this draft after this next selection. Alright, so I think this is going to be the final pick I show, because this draft class doesn't look very good, and I'm not really in need of all that much. I think I'm going to select Ace Sanders. Looks like a pretty solid player. He's probably going to be our backup middle linebacker, and that actually does affect your overall if you have a decent backup. So welcome to the team, my friend. 68 with normal. This was one of my worst drafts. Okay, but he's not terrible. Not that bad of a pick for when we did select. But still, he's definitely not going to get any starting time. If anything, he's just going to be the backup middle. He may not even be the head. Okay, so essentially, this is going to be the team heading into this next season. We are actually currently at the draft recap portion of the offseason. We have not fully advanced to next year, but I'm still going to go over the team because I'm pretty certain Lane is going to be advancing to the Super Bowl very shortly, and I'll probably be back during the Super Bowl week to go over the stats and whatnot. But anyway, the team is a 90, 93 offense, 88 defense. I think we made a lot of good strides on this team over this past offseason. We signed a couple different players. The defense, I think, got a lot better, so hopefully this team can make it back into the playoffs once again, and maybe even make it back to the Super Bowl here once again. But Kyler Murray is up to a 95 with his morale boost, so he's actually just a 92. We do have Raider as a backup, who is certainly a good quarterback, but there's just no chance he's going to play. I'd rather have Kyler Murray. I'd rather have the better quarterback here for this next season. The receiving core is really nice. Antoine Linder can hopefully take that next step and become a really good running back. The offensive line is still very solid. Will Dissly joins the team. Definitely an upgrade over Darren Waller there. On the defensive side, we were able to get Grady Jarrett, so he's going to be our defensive tackle number 1. We also have Khalil Mack, 89 overall defensive end. The cornerback core isn't fantastic, but it could be worse, that's for sure. Justin Reed joins the team at free safety. He's a really big upgrade there over Avonte Maddox. We have Luther Samuel at right outside linebacker. He's a young player as well, 81 overall. Certainly not bad. We're going to have Stamper rush off this right side. So I think this team has a lot of potential, for sure. I definitely think they're good enough to make it into the playoffs, but I will see you guys during the Super Bowl week. Okay, so here we are at the end of the season, and sadly, we are not in Super Bowl 60, but the Lions won 28-3. We finished this season 10-6, so at least we made the playoffs. Let me go ahead and check out how far we made it into the playoffs, though. Like, when did we lose? We actually lost the first round of the playoffs to the Lions, 35-32. Such a close game, but it's okay. At least we were able to make it here. Let's go over these stats really quickly. Kyler Murray, 4,251 yards, 37 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, a really good season to have. Antoine Linder wasn't phenomenal, but I guess he wasn't awful at the same time. 8 touchdowns isn't all that bad. Tyreek Hill had a really good season. 16 touchdowns, 1,100 yards, 7 touchdowns for Jalen Reagor, 6 touchdowns for Will Dissly. Quentin Nelson kind of struggled, but everybody else had a tremendous season. That's cool to see. Defensively, we have 123 tackles for Corey Burr. We have 10 tackles for loss for Grady Jarrett. Not that many sacks, actually. Is Khalil Mack even on the team, or did he retire? He probably retired at the end of the season, so it didn't show his stats. I'm assuming that's what happened. We have 3 picks, though, for Nick Lawrence, 2 for Corey Burr, 2 for Landon Allen, and then 1 for 2 other players. We have no touchdowns or safeties, but we do have a blocked kick by Justin Reed. Okay, so we are 15th in the NFL on offense. And then defensively, we were 5th. Okay, so the defense was pretty solid. I'd imagine then that Khalil Mack retired, and that's why his stats aren't showing. But Kyler Murray, number 2 for MVP. Certainly a good season from him. NFC Offensive Player of the Year goes to Kyler Murray. Nobody else from the Eagles. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Quan Alexander. Nobody from the Eagles, though. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Case Hitchcock. 3 players from the Rams. They went 2-13-1, though. We do have Freddie Crockett at number 4. No idea who that even is. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Cole Cooper. Nobody from the Eagles. Best quarterback is Jacoby Brissett with Kyler Murray, though, at number 2. Best running back, Alvin Kamara. Antoine Linder actually makes it at number 10. I was not expecting him to be up there at all. Best wide receiver, KJ Hamler, but Tyreek Hill at number 3. Cool to see him up there. Best offensive lineman, the top 5 are all on the Saints. That's amazing. But Quentin Nelson, even though he looked like the worst offensive lineman on our team, is at number 6. Best defensive lineman is Raekwon Davis. No one from the Eagles. Best linebacker, Isaiah Simmons. Maybe we see Burr on this list, and we do not. Best defensive back is Brandon Fowler. Nick Lawrence, though, at number 9. Best kicker, Aldrick Rosas. Chris Boswell at number 3. I guess he's our kicker now. That's fine. But let's go ahead and check out the team, check out development trade upgrades, and then I will conclude this video. But quickly, on the offense, Kyler Murray is not up in development, but Tyreek Hill is. Turns out David DeCastro and Elaine Johnson are retired, so it's kind of a good thing we're ending this series here. But Jalen Reagor developed into a stud. He's a 97 overall. 95 speed, 98 catching, a lethal combination. And then over here on the defensive side, I don't believe anybody is up in development trade, but that's okay. Thank you guys so much for watching this series. Thank you guys so much for watching my Madden 20 videos, because this is going to be my final Madden 20 video. But I should have a bunch of Madden 21 videos right off the rip. Pretty certain it comes out Friday, at least the 10-hour free trial on EA Access comes out on Friday. But I'm going to do my best to upload as often as I can throughout these next couple of months on Madden 21. I'm really excited for it. I'm excited to start my franchise. I'm excited to start rebuilds. Maybe I'll try out the yard with some friends. I don't exactly know. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.